Alright guys, so when should you make the move abroad? If you're going out of the Philippines, I recommend as soon as possible, but be warned, it will change your perspective. Um, it's it's a very different environment. It's different to here in Spain, but the Philippines I find is a very open culture in the way that it's very easy to meet people and find a new partner and stuff. So if you're looking to do that sort of stuff, there's never a better time than now. The downside to it is that the immigration side will not be easy, and if you are moving to the Philippines, I do go on about healthcare, but I've had a I've got another friend in decline at the moment because he has no healthcare. So the point being is just be very careful. I'm not making decisions for you, that's up to you, but I do recommend if you can get out there at least for a holiday. I know some people say, oh, we'll go for a month. I know a lot of you guys can't afford time off work for a month, and not because you can't afford it financially, but work won't let you have a month off. So I would recommend at least 2 weeks. Plan it ahead, but don't plan going too far, because if the weather changes or something, well, even with flights you have problems with it. I just had somebody renting one of my apartments have a problem in Hong Kong where for whatever reason they didn't check in properly on the computer system, so he ended up stuck in Hong Kong for the night. Those sort of things can happen. The same with flights get oversubscribed and other bits and pieces, but it's all part and parcel of the fun of travelling. But you're only going to really get it on the internal flights. You're not really going to pick that up on your international, so don't worry about your one going home or whatever. It's the ones, if you decide to hop around the islands or whatever, that can be a problem. Where would I recommend going? I'm sure a few people will put some comments in below, but I like Cebu. I like the fact that it's very central, because obviously it's central Visayas. So from Cebu City you can get over to Bohol. I can't remember how long the ferry ain't long. They've got a fast boat across there. You can get to another island in no time. Obviously Mactan Island's sort of attached to Cebu with its bridges. And then obviously you can go to the north or the south of the island itself. So there's a lot to travel around just in that area if that was your first trip. I do find the Philippines generally safe. I know some people say it can be a bit dangerous, but I'd say the dangerous places are normally where people shouldn't be. Most of the people I know that have had problems have been doing things they shouldn't have been doing in the first place. So for me, I never had any problems. 3 o'clock in the morning, walking home and that, nobody bothers you. Pickpockets only in certain areas. Jeepneys be a bit resilient on people. They have like snatches and stuff, but they're a problem for the Filipinos as much as they are anybody else. So just be a bit resilient on that. One of the things I do is I don't really carry much money with me when I'm on a jeepney, and what I do is I fold the notes up in my palm, so I sort of keep them locked in my hand so people don't know I've actually got any money on me. So if they search my pockets without me knowing, they ain't going to find nothing, because there's nothing in them. Same as I don't take a mobile phone most of the time, because that's another thing that gets taken if the opportunity arises. But as long as you use a bit of common sense and stuff, you shouldn't have any problems, and that's one of the important things I would say. But I would recommend, if you're serious about either going to meet somebody new or wanting to travel to the Philippines and experience it, or retire there even, before retiring I recommend take a trip out there and see if it's for you, because it's not for everybody, I'll tell you that now. And I do get people who argue with me. It's like, oh, it's great, and other people go, the open sewers, the smell from it, the flooding in the the wet season, etc. And I'm just like, it's horses for courses, it's tropics. But at the same time, some people don't like it. Myself, I just see it as that's just the way it is. I mean, things will change eventually, but that's a bit like an economy. Things develop when an economy develops. So horses for courses. But I do recommend travelling out there. Do recommend going and experiencing the country. I'm sure you'll have a great time. But just put a bit of planning and thought into it. Make sure you keep yourself safe. Don't carry too much money. Don't have things stand out too much. Like don't wear an expensive watch. Don't do anything that stands out, and you'll find that you don't really have any hassles. Because I know a lot of you guys, it's your first trip overseas, and that's one of the reasons that I'm sort of saying, look, don't worry too much, but just use a bit of common sense. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Thanks for watching.